Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel. We are here to react to Stranger Things Season 4. This is kind of wild for me because I started my channel like literally almost 3 years ago. My very first videos were on Stranger Things Season 3 and they're horrible quality. Like, I don't have great quality now, but comparatively, like, it's insane how far I've come. Like it's honestly crazy that the first videos I ever made on this channel were about Stranger Things Season 3, and I feel like I've been doing it for a while now, and we are finally getting Stranger Things Season 4 almost 3 years later, which is crazy. Like if this were to come out in a month or two instead of right now, it would be 3 years on the dot since we got the last season. So if you're interested in seeing my reactions to Season 3, however janky they may be, definitely peep those. They're in the Stranger Things playlist. Try not to judge too hard. But what happened last time on Stranger Things? So last time was all about the fight with the Mind Flayer, the big honking monster that controlled Billy at the end and ended up killing Billy. We had, the fight versus the Russians with Hopper and Joyce, and they destroyed the portal, which killed the Mind Flayer, and then, right? Yeah, killed the Mind Flayer, and then Hopper is trapped on the other side in Russia. And then we had Will and Eleven moving to a different town, and we're going to see what happens with that. So, before we jump into this Season 4, Episode 1, this one's called the Hellfire Club. Before we jump into it, please consider leaving a like on the video. It means a ton to me and it helps my channel out a lot. If you're new here or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to support me even further, consider checking out my Patreon. On my Patreon, I post full uncut reactions for everything I watch on the channel, so you just sync up your own copy of the show and you can watch along with me. Since this is the first episode of a season, it will be completely public and free for anyone to check out and see if that's something you're interested in going forward. And since this is a non-live show, I will be posting episodes 2 and beyond slightly early on Patreon. Not necessarily like a full week early or anything. It might be a day early, might be an hour early, who knows. But the people on Patreon will be getting episode 2 first. So if that is something you are also interested in, consider supporting me. That would mean the world. But other than that, let's jump into episode 1 of Stranger Things Season 4. What? Isn't he dead? Oh, this is in the past. Okay. I was like, this guy's super dead.
Very good. Very good.
It's weird to see him, like, not... like, he's being nice to this kid. It's very weird.
Okay. I want you to find Dr. Ellis. Have you found her?
Yes.
What's she doing?
Drugs?
Something is wrong.
If you've lost the visual, just let it go. Try to reorient.
Ooh.
They're screaming.
Why are they screaming?
Okay, so I'm guessing this is why there was a warning before the episode?
Dead.
Oh, no.
Dead.
Okay, yeah, totally understand why there is a trigger warning before this episode. Jeez. Oh, that kid's definitely dead. Look at his arm. Oh. That kid was mangled. 11, what did you do?
What have you done?
Was it her? She looks angry. There's a crack on the wall behind her. That looks like an upside down crack. Jesus, 11? Okay, that makes more sense why season 1 he is not a very friendly dude. Because all these kids got murdered. Makes a ton of sense, the trigger warning. Especially given the recent events. I mean, that's why they had it, but you know.
Dear Mike, I have to make something called a visual aid. I hope Mrs. Gracie will give me an A. I can send you. Will is painting a lot, but he won't show me what he's working on. Maybe it is for a girl.
Or maybe it's for a boy.
Jonathan is acting weird also. I think he's just nervous about college.
Jonathan's getting blazed.
Me? I am twice as happy now. You were right.
Okay, Will did his presentation on Alan Turing, famously gay scientist. So I'm pretty sure Will is gay. I theorized about that last season, but I feel like they're leaning into it and probably going to confirm it.
It helps that everyone is so nice here. I have made lots of friends.
Oh, awkward. That's always the worst. Yo. Butthole? Yo, Elle, break that kid's nose. Yes. Susie.
Try Tigers 86.
Tigers 86, copy that. Jiminy Crickets, Dusty. I'm in.
Holy shit.
Jiminy Crickets.
Dusty, what's going on in there?
She's changing his grades.
Do you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
D- in Latin.
Thanks, Dusty. I will repent later.
Yes. Yes, Susie.
That Vicky is definitely not the wrong girl.
We just don't know that, do we?
She returned fast times, paused at 53 minutes, 5 seconds. Do you know who pauses fast times at 53 minutes, 5 seconds?
Gay people.
People who like boobies, Robin.
Gross.
Boobies.
Don't say boobies.
Not a big
Boobies.
deal, okay? I like boobies. You like boobies. Vicky likes boobies.
We all like boobies.
It's boobies.
I've never seen Fast Times. I assume he's referencing Fast Times at Ridgemont High, which has a historically famous nude scene. I've never actually seen the movie, though.
Now look, I'm not saying that my girlfriend is better than yours. It's just that Susie's like a certified genius.
Yeah.
You realize Ella saved the world twice, right? And yet you still have a C in Spanish.
Yeah. Just because Elle can't hack his grades doesn't mean she's not cool. He looks so happy to be on this team.
And of course,
Oh, Max, wave back.
it's been a tough year for Hawkins. So much loss.
Indubitably.
In dark days like this, we need something to believe in.
And what you can believe in is Hawkins High basketball.
Points in half. Christian Academy. I looked at my team.
He's actually gonna say to believe in the basketball team.
Think of Jack.
Who the f is Jack?
What did they die for?
The basketball
For us to lose
team!
Some crap school? No. For us to return home with our heads hung low in defeat? No. No.
They died for basketball!
Let's win this game for them. And that's exactly what we did.
That's so disrespectful. to distill the loss of this community into the purpose of motivating your basketball team. No.
This is the championship game. And this is the end of Eddie's campaign. A semester of adventuring has led to this moment, and we need you.
Yo, I think it's a much more reasonable for Eddie to move the game.
As a friend, just talk to Eddie. Get him to move Hellfire. Come to my game.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally reasonable to move the D&D game. This basketball game can only happen tonight. This D&D campaign can happen any day of the week. And twice on Sunday. Yo, I like that Jeep. The mailman drives a sick-ass Jeep like that?
Let me ask. Carol, can I call you back?
What is that? It's got a lot of stamps on it, so it came from far away. Maybe it's from Hopper. Russia. Interesting. Does she recognize what that means, though?
For my hero, I
Did her dad,
chose
Hopper.
my dad.
Yes.
And for my visual aid, I made a diorama of our cabin.
More like diarrhea.
Hey, butthole.
This is my dad. His name is Hopper. He made the best Eggos, and we like to watch my enemies.
What the heck are you doing, you creeper?
This is Mr. Fibley. He is a squirrel.
11 is kind of weird.
I'm just like confused. I thought this was a presentation about a historical hero.
My dad was in the newspaper.
Your local paper?
Yeah.
My dad is famous. He saved lots of lives in a mall fire.
Yo,
I am so
shut
sorry,
up.
Mrs. Gracie.
You're the worst. Kids that are cruel for cruelty's sake are the worst. Okay, so there's probably going to be a connection between those two.
Are you sleeping better?
Yeah, fine.
So no more headaches.
She's definitely lying.
Nightmares?
Nope.
Her pupils are hella dilated right now.
Max, if you open up to me.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Okay,
being
so
open.
she's not dealing with it.
What is this?
A ticket to the game? I know you never want to go to any of my games, but this one is kind of a big deal.
A big deal? Lucas, you really care about this?
Yeah, he's on the team.
It's like you're not even here anymore. It's like you're a ghost or something.
I mean,
A ghost?
it's understandable. Poor choice of words there, though.
I know something's wrong.
Yeah, right. Yeah, something must be wrong with me because I broke up with you.
No, that's not what I meant.
Good luck.
She's not dealing with her grief in a healthy way.
Are you deaf? I said go away!
Chrissy?
Chrissy.
Chrissy?
Is she about to die?
Did you hear me? Open the goddamn
door, Chrissy, or I'm gonna gut you like the fat pig that you are!
Wow. Jeez. That looked like some upside down creature's feet, and I know the main villain is some sort of humanoid looking upside down creature called like the Vecta or something like that.
You want something, freak?
He is a weird looking friend.
It's force conforming.
The fat guy, I mean.
Lucas has to do his balls and laundry baskets game, so he's not gonna be able to make it to Hellfire tonight. I know there's no way we were thinking that maybe we might postpone.
Oh, no. Over my dead body.
Over my dead body.
Where the hell have you been?
I have karate from 1 to 3 on Fridays.
Karate.
Okay. Jesus.
What?
It's got boobies.
Nipples.
He's taking an ice bath.
Okay, is this because your girl's ditching you?
What? Nancy's not ditching me.
Oh, so she's coming now?
No.
Oh. Trouble in Paradise.
She's not ditching me.
Nancy is the supposed love of your life. In fact, you're so smitten that you have this grand plan to go to some fancy schmancy college, aka money pit together.
And yet, he's so nervous about this acceptance letter, he doesn't have time to visit the #1 most desired girl in Hawkins?
That doesn't pass the smell test, man.
It does indeed stink to high heaven.
You're a good boy, okay? You've been a good boy, man. And I think it's way past due you give that right hand of yours a vacation and get you some well-deserved hanky-panky.
Okay, first of all, I'm going to try to figure.
And he'll never back down from what's right, what's moral. No matter the pressure, no matter the personal cost.
That's why I love her.
That's why I love him.
So what's going on?
Nancy, hey, do you want to join Hellfire tonight?
Yes. Say yes, Nancy.
If I play, do I get one of those cool t-shirts?
Yes.
Really?
She's making fun of him.
If you... You're being sarcastic. You're being sarcastic?
Yo. Come on, Max. Why are you walking into the woods? That doesn't seem like a quality decision. Walking into the woods is how you get moidoid. Oh, that clock is featured prominently in the trailers. Ew.
Whoa, hey. Sorry. Didn't mean to scare you. You okay?
Who are they together? That's an interesting twist.
Do you ever feel like you're losing your mind?
Every day. You get some weed for free. Oh, no. 25%.
Do you have anything
Stronger?
maybe stronger?
You got some shrooms? He's like, Ayo, you trying to get lit?
Very disappointing, Jane.
Yo.
Let's talk after break.
Okay, that's a bad teacher. You don't ever say those things out loud as a teacher. You don't outright call a student out in the middle of the class to talk about how they aren't performing well. Yo, you bitch.
I am so sorry.
What is wrong with you? Yo, someone okay, that was the gayest thing I've ever seen. That was the fruitiest little saunter in the world.
Angela!
But back to what I was saying, someone needs to beat the shiz out of these children. Okay, 11. Everyone's gonna think you're weird.
Holy shit! What the hell was that?
You don't have your abilities.
One more thing. Joyce, are you there? Talk to me, Joyce! Joyce!
It's fine. She just dropped the phone. Hop is alive.
Does it bother you that, like, we might win a championship, like, right after you graduated?
You know, yeah, that's an interesting point. Thank you so much for bringing that up, Brenda.
Did he play on the basketball team? If so, I don't know why he would care.
Singing for us tonight, we have a very special guest.
Jeff
All the way
Bridges.
from Nashville,
Carrie Underwood.
our very own Tammy Thompson.
Hey, isn't Tammy the one that she was in love with? That they said couldn't sing worth a damn? Please. Yes, they brought Erica. Goated. Even though I don't enjoy her character.
What's your class and level? Level 1 dwarf?
Level 35 mage.
And I'm a chaotic, good, half-elf rogue level 14. And I will sneak behind any monster you throw my way and stab them in the back with my poison-soaked kukri. We gonna do this? Or we gonna keep chit-chatting like this is your mommy's book club?
Savage. She is the future of Hellfire. Hey, good job. That's 2 points on the board. Hey, pay attention to the game, you fucking idiot. Yeah, that's buckets because you weren't paying attention. You're the one that's not looking.
But Vecna lives.
That's no bueno. Ooh, that's a foul.
What the hell was that?
That's clearly a foul.
You are scared. You're tired. You are injured.
That's a flagrant 2. Injured that kid.
To the death. To the death.
To the death.
To the death! To the death! Ah! 6 minutes, 7 minutes left. They're putting up numbers. Do they not realize there's no shot clock? Clanker. Gonna just a solid brick. You're trash. And 11, not bad. Okay, well 11 is not a strong option. Lucas, put back slam, Lucas. Put back slam, Lucas. Hit some Converse. Yo, you gotta get that up there, son. You got 2 seconds. How long does it take you to put on, oh, the both siblings, the Sinclair siblings, coming up clutch right now. Let's go. A Buzzabita from both of them. I think she's gonna roll a 17. Ooh, a nat 20. Let's go. Sinclair siblings goated. That is indeed why we play. In both situations. Nice job, Lady Applejack. Yo, buzzer beater for the national title? Not national title, just the title. That's a clutch performance there, Lucas. Coming off the bench and hitting the game winner.
Allen ending with a dramatic buzzer beater from bench warmer Lucas Sinclair. He must be feeling on top of the world right now.
Oh, she listened though. She still loves him, but she's going through stuff.
How long does it take?
Sorry?
The Special K. How long?
What are they doing? Ketamine? Ooh, the clock is ticking. What's the deal with this girl?
Huh? Just loosening this up for you, sweetheart. You're going to look absolutely beautiful.
Ugh. So her mom thinks she's fat. Or she thinks she's fat. But also the Vecna is haunting her brain.
Peaceful bliss, just moments away.
She's gonna be like floating.
Chrissy? Chrissy? Hello?
She's trapped in a prison of her own mind.
Chrissy? Hello? Hey, Chrissy!
Oh no, she's summoning the Vecna and it's gonna murder you.
Chrissy, wake up! I don't like this! Chrissy, wake up!
Yeah, Chief, you're gonna die, I think. That's so gross looking.
Chrissy! 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 Chrissy, wake up now!
It's time for your suffering
Why?
to end.
Oh, well that's good. It's like she doesn't die. Watch her head just explode. Oh my god, she's floating. Yeah, I would leave. You know? Oh! Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh, good God! That was insanity, dude. Poor Chrissy. Yo. That was wild. I did not expect... I honestly thought Chrissy was going to play a larger role in the series based on how much they were focusing on her. I guess it's kind of similar to season 1, like when Barb was brutally murdered, like right away. That was visceral. Like they ripped her bones in half and like caved her face in. Like holy shiz, dude. What is up with the Vecna? It almost I don't know what the Vecna is, but it almost reminds me of like the concept of it reminds me of like in whatever not science fiction lore, but like common storytelling of when someone makes a deal with the devil, where like they have a certain amount of time where they're like life is good or whatever they ask for is going great, and then at the end of that time the devil like sends the hellhounds after them, and they're like they all have anxiety and they're freaking out as like their time limit is leading up, and they constantly are seeing this thing in different places. So something tells me she knew that this thing was coming for her, and it finally claimed her. Because she didn't seem confused about what was going on. She's like, it seemed to be something she was well aware of for a long time, and maybe she wasn't 100% sure that it would actually happen or what the deal was, but yeah, she definitely she wanted to do some drugs to relieve her anxieties and her fears, and then was just brutally murdered in front of Eddie. Is that this guy's name? Eddie? Right? Chapter 2. Eddie. That's what he is. This... Dang, that's like all I can think about. So this episode is very much like a welcome back to the show type episode. That's typically always what episode 1 of a show is. Apparently each of these episodes cost like $30 million, but oh my God. So what, Will and Eleven are in California or something like that. And Eleven is struggling hard. She's lying to Mike about having friends. She's constantly getting bullied because she's kind of got like a speech impediment. Like she's not very fluid with her words, and she's not, I don't want to say she's like dyslexic or like mentally challenged, but like she didn't go through a schooling system for most of her life, right? So she hasn't received a formal education up till now. So it totally makes sense that she is behind. You know, there should be some sort of program within the school to kind of help her get up to speed, but yeah, all the teachers suck in this school too. That one teacher who's straight up like gives her grade and she's like, "You're doing poorly." Like in front of the whole class is like, "You suck at this. Time to meet me after class." It's like, okay. Any teacher worth their life at their job would never do that. Like that's like step 1 of being a teacher is don't humiliate your students in front of their classmates. And like that teacher just opened up a prime opportunity for a kid who's already getting bullied to just get bullied even further by her classmates for not being up to snuff academically. And I hate all her classmates, by the way. All her classmates suck. Anytime in media or even real life, when kids are bullies just to be bullies, like they enjoy being a bully and everybody else like seems to enjoy watching them be a bully is the worst. Because like I feel like in real life, at least nowadays, like if you were an outright bully to someone publicly, like everybody else would call you out and be like, "You're a garbage person," and your reputation would tank. You know, I guess back in the day, maybe, I don't know, it was cool to be a bully and, you know, you were popular if you made fun of people. I always hate seeing that representation in media, because I feel like most of the time, if you go to school with reasonable people, you know, that person's going to get called out. Yeah, I don't know. The first 8 minutes of the episode was on YouTube already, so many people have already seen it. I didn't see it up until now, but Eleven seemingly massacred all of the other, you know, patients, experimental kids or whatever in their laboratory, which leads us possibly into season 1, where Dr. Brenner was not very nice to the children anymore. He was not as lenient. He was much more, you know, what's the phrase? He was just much more strict and by the book, and wasn't very kind to the children anymore. It was very interesting to see him right away being kind to this kid, and then everyone dies. You know, very interesting. They did film this a long time ago, so you know, they did put a trigger warning before the episode, being like, "Hey, you know, the initial events of this episode might trigger you, considering everything that happened in the news at the school in Texas over the last couple days." That totally makes sense, and especially considering the content of what was shown, I assume that might have been a little tough for a lot of people to watch right away. But then, yeah, most of this episode is catching up with all the characters and where they are at in their individual spots. Lucas and Max are broken up. Max broke up with Lucas because she's struggling hard with grief and she's not opening up to the counselor. She's not opening up to Lucas. She's not really opening up to anyone. She's just really struggling on her own. And something tells me a major plot point of this season is going to involve Max. Specifically, the Vecna going after Max. I think he's going to try and kill her or something. Maybe he goes after Suffering in some respect because he was like, it's time for your suffering to end. And the other character that we know is Suffering is Max, and she kind of had a moment with this Chrissy character when she was coming out of the counselor's office and then in the bathroom as well. And we can see from context clues that Chrissy was seeing this clock everywhere before she died, like a ticking clock. And we know from the trailers that Max also sees this clock at some point. And so something tells me that the Vecna will choose Max as its next victim for whatever reason. And especially because there's also a shot in the trailer of Max floating in the air, similar to what just happened to Chrissy. So the gang is going to have to find a way to save Max from the Vecna, I think is going to be probably the main plot scenario. And then the other plot scenario is going to be Hopper trying to somehow get back to America. But yeah, it's just a catch up of where all the students are. Lucas is, I believe, going to be struggling to choose a spot. You know, he's seeing success on the basketball team a little bit, and the basketball teammates are enjoying him. But, you know, that means he's going to be drifting away from the rest of his normal friends, which sucks. We don't know much about what Will's got going on, but I feel like we're going to get some confirmation that he's gay at some point in this season, because two things. He did his presentation on a historical hero on Alan Turing, who's a famous scientist. The Turing test is like a iconic AI test of like figuring out like, is this AI actually viable or something like that. I forgot the exact parameters of the test, but Alan Turing, he also helped crack the was it World War II, I believe, the German code, I think. But he famously, you know, if you want to learn a little bit more, it's not completely historically accurate, but if you want to learn more about Alan Turing, watch The Imitation Game starring Benedict Cumberbatch. One major well-known thing about Alan Turing is that he was gay and was in the closet. He had a wife, and at some point he came out as gay, I believe, but it's very telling that, you know, since season 1, people have been accusing Will of being like a fairy and a queer, and we've had moments here and there about that hint at his sexuality, but I think we're gonna get some probably full confirmation in this season, because he did his project on a famous gay scientist. He likes science and he's gay, probably. And then just that moment when he walked out of the door when Elle was getting bullied, he like sauntered and kind of like walked with his hips a certain way, and immediately I was talking about Elle and I was like, okay, pause, that's the gayest thing I've ever seen. Like no shade in any way at all, but you know, I feel like anybody in the world sees that brief little 2-second clip and they're like, all right, that's the fruitiest kid in the world. You know, hopefully he can you know, unless he probably knows he's gay, right? But if he's not fully accepting of that yet, hopefully he can find a moment to fully accept himself as who he truly is, and hopefully his friends accept him for that as well. But there's also some underground drama between Nancy and Jonathan, where I don't know exactly what's going on there, because they're both sides. They're like in talking about how they're in love with each other, but then they don't want to meet up for spring break for some reason. I don't know what's going on there, but we'll find out. Hopper sent a letter to Joyce. Presumably it was Hopper that sent the letter. We don't know. And then Erica joined the Hellfire Club, helped defeat the Vecna. Yeah. I feel like I'm not missing anything, but very much a catch-up episode of like, welcome back to Hawkins, welcome to new setting with 11, you know, setting the parameters of what this season will be, and then stinger at the end of a brutal murder. So, yeah, friggin' A. These episodes are long episodes, so strap in. Okay, I think that's all I got. I thoroughly enjoyed this episode, especially the last couple minutes. It was insane, very unexpected. I wonder if we'll see more of Chrissy. I doubt it, unless she is like a puppet for the Vecna going forward, or if that's just the last we see of her, and we may not learn anything more about her backstory. I mean, maybe we'll see some like flashbacks to how she came in contact with the Vecna originally, and maybe what sort of deal they made, or why it's after her in the first place, and that might inform why it will be going after Max. I don't know, very interested. Definitely let me know what you guys think of this episode down in the comments below. Are you excited for the rest of this season? Love to hear all your thoughts. If you liked my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a ton to me, helps my channel out a lot. If you are new here, or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified when I upload, especially if you want to see more reactions to Stranger Things. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. I post all those in watch-along format. Again, since this is the first episode of a new season, I will be posting that completely free and public for anyone to check out and see if that's something you're interested in going forward. As a Patreon supporter, you will also be able to get my reaction to episode 2 slightly early. It might be like an hour early, it might be a day early, who knows. Got a couple episodes of shows to put out over the next couple days, so be patient with that. But since this is a non-live show, I will be posting reactions early to some extent on Patreon. So if that's something you're interested in as well, consider checking that out. But otherwise, thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.